keep on shattering time. I might just leave you behind. Homie, you stuck on rewind.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nerd0sk, and today for you guys I have a League of Legends explained video so that you guys can better learn the game that you're going to be seeing quite often on my channel. So first of all, what is League of Legends? League of Legends falls into a category or genre of games called MOBAs, which stands for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena, which makes it quite similar to games like Vainglory, Dota or Smite. And what makes them similar is that they all share similar objectives, which is that they all have two teams which consist of either 3 or 5 players, they all have towers, and they all have a base which you need to protect. So what exactly is the objective of League of Legends? The objective is to destroy the nexus in the enemy's base, which is a lot easier said than done, because like I said, you have to go through towers, you have to go through enemy players, and it makes it quite difficult. So how do you get the upper hand on the enemy team so that you can win the game? Well, there's many ways to do this, but the main ways are killing the enemy and killing enemy minions so that you can get gold and buy items, and that gets you stronger faster than your opponents can. So that sounds easy enough, but what about the specifics? Like, what about the characters themselves, and what are items? Well, at the start of the game, everyone picks a character called a champion based on their role. Top lane normally consists of tanks and fighting champions. Mid lane, which normally consists of either assassins who focus on killing high priority enemies, or mages who use abilities to deal high amounts of damage. Bot lane, or ADC, who are generally marksmen who deal damage far distance and use basic attacks to do that. Junglers, who roam in between the lanes to help and can be any number of champions between tanks, mages, or AD carries. And supports, who are generally either tanky fighters similar to top lane, or mages who help shield and heal allies similar to mid lane. So what do champions do? Well, each champion has 4 abilities which correspond to the first 4 letters at the top left of the keyboard, those being Q, W, E, and R. The first 3, Q, W, and E, are what are known as basic abilities, whereas the 4th one, which is your R, is known as your ultimate ability. What makes League of Legends difficult to understand sometimes is that you have to learn and understand all these abilities for each character, and there are over 150 champions, each with their own 4 unique abilities, and each game you have to know what you're playing with or against. It sounds scary, but once you get into it, it starts becoming really fun. So how does my champion become stronger than someone else's champion? Well, as mentioned earlier, you can buy items. Items are one of the most fundamental parts of League of Legends. They are what help you get ahead and what help you win the game. Items can be bought at the shop in your base. If you're not sure what to buy, there's a recommended tab to help you get started for while you're learning the game. When you have more items, or even just stronger items than your opponents, you get to win fights, which gets you more gold, which gets you more items, and the cycle continues until you win the game. One last thing I need to mention is what's called objectives. Generally, these can be anything that helps to put your team ahead, but mainly these would be towers, the dragon, and the baron. Destroying towers helps you get into the enemy base so that you can destroy the nexus and win the game. But dragon spawns at 5 minutes into the game and respawns every 5 minutes after it's killed. There are 4 different kinds of dragons. There's ocean, cloud, infernal, and mountain drake. Each of these give a special buff to your champions so that you guys can win the game. Infernal increases your overall damage that you deal to enemies by increasing your attack damage and your ability damage. Ocean allows you to regenerate health and mana to allow you to use abilities more and stay in fights longer. Cloud Drake reduces the time in between you can use your ultimate ability, and Mountain Drake gives you increased armor and magic resist to allow you to take more damage without dying. Baron spawns at 20 minutes and is a giant purple worm located at the top left corner of the map. When killed, you and your teammates are granted a buff that increases your champion's damage. It will respawn there 5 minutes after that. Keep in mind though, only the team that lands the last blow on the Baron gets the buff, which means it can be stolen by the enemy team if you're not careful.
Ben is on the hunt.
Ben's going to be able to chase him down. If they spot him, they should be fully aware.
Can he do it?
Hold your breath! Can he do it?
Oh!
Oh, Jensen! What? How? When?
Baron also increases the power of your minions to allow you to take towers exponentially faster than you could before. if they're near someone who has the Baron buff. This allows you to close out the game much quicker, and most fights at Baron can determine the end of the game. All of these things need to be taken into account when playing a game of League of Legends. It requires a lot of teamwork, strategy, and individual skill to be able to pull off a win. League of Legends is quite a big game with well over 150 million players and a competitive scene, as well as many regions around the world. You can always learn from multiple streamers, pro players, and YouTubers as to what role you enjoy and be able to play effectively. I hope this video was a good intro into how the game works, and I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to check out some of my other videos and see if you can apply some of the knowledge you've learned in this video to understand what's going on. Be sure to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I keep on shattering time. I might just leave you behind. Homie, you stuck on Bourbon.